All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Assassination Classroom, Season 1, Episode 7. Okay, we had the exams. They were terrifying. They were dirty, dirty cheaters.
And we actually lost that battle.
Right.
But
not
completely.
Entirely.
Exactly. It was a minor loss because Korosensei and Karma also were standouts in that episode, in that there was something to be gained beyond whether or not the exam was something that they were able to pass or even defeat the other students at. But many of them did better. Mm-hmm. Yeah. They did quite a bit better.
And the fact that the principal had to go out of his way to specifically try and put you guys in your place means you're winning.
Means you are trending in the right direction.
Mm-hmm. Because
and
if you weren't doing that,
with you in this,
you wouldn't have to do anything.
Yeah. They also learned a valuable lesson with regards to not putting all their eggs in one basket.
Right. Because even though if they fail to kill Korosensei, the world will be destroyed, they should still think about finishing school and, taking their education seriously.
Right, because who's to say, what if they, someone does assassinate Korosensei, but it's not you?
Sure. Yeah, that's a great point. Yeah.
So, it's something to think about. Mm-hmm. So y'all, without further ado, let's get into this.
3年生も始まったばかりのこの時期に修学旅行とは先生あんまり気乗りがしません聞きたいかマイクかよしかも似合ってる
And they look good on him!
いましたか正直君たちとの旅行が楽しみで仕方ないのです
Is the school actually giving any funding though?
暗殺教室でも行事の予定は目白押しだ
Hey, well, that's a good sign then.
Yeah.
Like they're actually able to go on something that will be, approved by the, the faculty.
Or maybe it's something that, like, the whole school has to go on the same trip or something.
That's another thing. It enforces the discrimination because then you have to see, like, maybe there'll be special favors that all the other students get, but these guys don't get. Yep. They have to be there having the worst experience, Yep. Good stuff. Good stuff. I gotta say, this OP is growing on me, but what's specifically growing on me is how it's being used to show the class in like different little subgroups. And then I go, oh, that person now stands out more in my mind because they're in that group next to that character or something.
Sure.
Okay. But he has to stay hidden though.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
Sweet.
What? Okay. Okay, awesome. Cool. Like, they're going to be learning how to, like, set the stage, essentially, for an assassination, not necessarily how to do it, which is just as helpful.
That's, in some ways, a lot more helpful.
Yeah. Hey, no sweat. Nagisa's thinking about the future, so, no, we're definitely keeping him in the group. Sugino? Oh, okay. Oh, and Okuda! Okay. Yeah, we should keep it balanced. Oh no, oh no. Oh, okay. Kanzuki. Kanzuki is a name I've heard in quite a few things.
In another show about, an awesome teacher. Oh boy.
Keep the garden watered!
Yes.
Don't even care!
That was wonderful.
You're not interesting enough to have tsundere qualities.
Exactly.
Just be gone. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Wow.
Making them!
Yeah.
What? Oh my god. Oh, nice. Nice.
リッチ先生なんだよそのハリウッドセレブみたいな格好はよ。
目立ちすぎだ。Of course.
You stick out like a something.
どう見ても引率の先生の格好じゃない。
硬いこと言ってん
Blending in is important as an assassin. No, poor choice of words.
Yeah, where and when. Watch, Karasuma's gonna like her probably by the end of the show, like we will. Wait, they were playing the game of life. Like,
I think so.
and Bitch Sensei was doing it with them. Like, she seemed to be losing. You can move faster to the than the train. Like,
yeah.
Whoa. Damn. That's pretty cool that he has,
visibility.
Yeah, invisibility, yeah.
これから旅の出来事次第でもっとみんなのいろんな顔が見れるかも。
Oh, and then it shows Kanzuki.
Yeah.
みんなの飲み物買ってくるけど。
あれどこ中よ。
Oh my god.
頭のいい坊ちゃん嬢ちゃんばっかしのとこじゃ。あの子たちに。
Is he flipping a notebook? He's flipping a school trip itinerary, just like.
Well, that might have been something he pocketed from them.
Oh.
That's probably what it was.
Okay, yeah, that then puts it in a different light.
大丈夫？寝室で休んだろ？
いいえ、ご心配なく。先生、これから一度東京に戻ります。枕を忘れてしまいました。
Forgot my pillow!
Wow.
神崎さんは
He's still trying.
独自に日程をまとめていたとは感心です。でもご安心を。先生の手作りしおりを持てばすべて安心。
確かにバッグ
Watch,
に
they're
入
gonna
れ
end
て
up
たの
being
に
weapons, you know?
どこかで落としたのかな。
あのガキども。明日こんな風に。
I really want them to like try something and have the girls just bust out their moves that they've
knives.
been learning. Like, we've been training to be assassins. This is nothing.
暗殺のことを忘れたかったよな。
Or we just pretend like we forgot about it.
暗殺
Yeah.
Such a good
の
time.
ない場所です。
Well, I love those.
そうでもないよ。ずっと日本の中心だったこの町は暗殺の聖地でもあるんだ。
なるほどな。
The perfect place for a school trip.
Well, yeah, you had the shogunate constantly changing way back when, but then you also had, like, points where the capital would even be moving based on who was in charge.
もういいから休もう。京都の甘ったるいコーヒーを。
Okay,
for
here we
that.
go. Yep.
I was like, we're gonna be seeing a shoe anytime now.
Yep.
暗殺にぴったりなんじゃないかって。さすが神崎さん。下調べ。
That would be great if the people were listening in and they're like, perfect place for an assassination. Wait, what?
なんでこんな拉致りやすい場所歩くかね。
Oh,
There's a lot of them,
there's
though.
quite a few of them, yeah.
They wanted to make sure they could handle these kids.
Right, right,
Middle school kids. We need to outnumber them 2 to 1.
right. I think they're outnumbering about 1.5 to 1. But...
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, never mind. No, it's about 2 to 1, yeah.
何お兄さんら。観光が目的っぽくないんだけど。
男に用はねえ。女置いてお家に帰ん。
ほらね、渚くん。目撃者のいないとこなら喧嘩しても問題ないっしょ。
Carmen's just like, I've been waiting to do this. Oh my god.
そのつもりもないのに。分かってんじゃんか。
Oh, well.
Oh,
Oh, crap.
I guess he's the only one that can really fight.
突然目の前に現れたのは高校生だ。僕らより一回り大きい体。未知の生物の衝撃だった。
Okay.
Well,
I was hoping there would be something of like, but they couldn't move at Mach 20. You know?
I mean, they haven't had any success against Korosensei
Right.
defending against him. So there's...
ごめんなさい。
Yeah, that's true. He doesn't really ever.
Okay, no, that was smart. That was smart.
Mm-hmm.
俺に直接処刑させてほしいんだけど。
Yeah, we can handle this without bringing in the law.
Wait, so what was that about the sharpshooters that'll be working with us on this trip?
Yeah, these guys are the key to getting Korosensei.
Ah.
Yeah.
去年の夏頃東京のゲーセン。
Ew, really stalker
めぼし
then.
い女報告するようダチに言ってたよ。さらおうと計画してたんだが見失っちまった。
Oh, okay.
Ew.
これから夜まで台無しの先生が何から何まで教えてやるよ。
Okay, enough with the rapey stuff.
Yeah. Group member?
散られた時って
Yes, yes.
That's great. They won't even need Korosensei to save them. He's already taught them everything they know to do it themselves. Wow.
Remember, you didn't buy souvenirs. You bought memories and experiences. Forever alone. Tell you something. You remember the heroic aristocracy who hid their love. What? Yes, I have to read those to completion. Oh my god,
that is amazing. Oh yeah, because if she's all like super popular and stuff, but she's in Class E.
And just playing
So
in an arcade.
Yeah, it's like. What?
It's okay. You'll have a family and a class here.
There's something wrong with your eye. I think you got something in there a while back.
Oh,
That
she's
is an
brave though.
Yeah, but that is an interesting thing to bring up because it is something where it's the they know the pain of being looked down on, you know?
Right. It's weird. This guy's words and the way he's acting. Oh.
They don't even need weapons, they can just hit him with the actual book.
Nice! See, page 134 of the appendix!
Right.
So they just went through each one until they came here.
They're just like, what?
やっぱ修学旅行のしおりは持っとくべきだね。ねえ、どうすんのお兄さんら。あんたらの修学旅行はこの後全部。
Us four junior hires can
Straight
take
to the
on
hospital.
all of you high schoolers, no problem.
I mean,
so now they're gonna be outnumbered like 5 to 1.
oh. Oh, that's terrifying.
Yeah.
That's actually just a nightmare.
And Korosensei is gonna be like, did you read the part where you don't go to find them on your own?
暴力沙汰ですなって、この顔が暴力教師と。
Then will follow.
なめた格好しやがって。ふざけるな。
Yeah, what do you mean hiding your face, Korosensei? They're not gonna see any of the violence you inflict.
He didn't even
see the aftermath.
Yeah, he didn't even like knock them out. So he held back so much.
Not at all. I'm looking down on you because you're being an asshole.
He is really kind the way he's actually like beating them here.
Yep.
It's like a dance performance for him.
Yeah. I love how they're not at all worried about the fact that he's clearly some kind of alien. Ah, there we go. That's how it ties in.
Nice. Nice. And he's teaching Kanzuki as he says this.
Yep.
Wait. Wait, what is this? Yes! I knew they'd be used as weapons! Yes! Very heavy.
Yep. They mozgused them.
He did.
And then
では修学旅行を続けますかね。
そういやうちの班暗殺実行できなかったからいいよ明日殺せば
ねる殺せるといいですね。
That's wonderful.
困ったことに僕らのターゲットは限りなく頼りになる先生だ。
yep.
Very inconvenient.
Okay.
Oh, that was wholesome. That was really good. That was really funny. I think that they've set up one of those premises where they can do a near infinite level of permutations on the scenarios that would
Yeah.
lead to comedy and hilariousness. But
Well,
yeah, this one they took it to great lengths, and I enjoyed it. Yeah.
and I feel like because the premise is so extreme of Korosensei and everything, whenever they do stuff like this, like you're just waiting for the comeuppance because you know that it's going to be so absolute. There will be no question of it.
No
Right?
question about
it's
it.
It's not whether it's going to happen. It's how is it going to happen.
Yep. All right, we got
Okay.
ourselves a mini arc of school trip
Yep.
that is one day through so far.
And there's another day, so that means we can get another episode of this whole trip, and hopefully see some snipers. Because one of the things that I loved about it is that they were talking about actually setting up the assassinations.
Right,
And that's
so they're-
something that they kind of have gone over before in the show, but not really.
Yeah,
and that's
this
the
is-
most important part.
Right. This is something where when you're having an assassination, you need to set the stage for it and
Yep.
prepare an environment that is
Right.
workable.
Because
you can work
ideally,
with,
the whole point of an assassination is that when it goes to actually executing the target, it's an afterthought because
Yeah.
it's already kind of happened because of all the stuff you've done to set the stage, right?
It's 2 seconds of just done,
you
did it.
just click, and there you go, right? And then that's done.
Right.
So
and in this case here, the students definitely do need some help, at least in these beginning stages here, because
Definitely.
while they're definitely learning a lot about Korosensei, and Nagisa is taking pretty extensive notes, we are no closer to killing Korosensei
No.
at all. If anything, this is just a continuous drip feed of information and tactics and things that they're learning
Yep.
that will improve them all maybe as people and assassins, kind of. But there are more things that are helping the hearts of the students, like with Kanzuki.
Yes.
So Kanzuki's our newest character here that's been given a little bit of focus. She was was she like a model or something? I'll go
or the
take a
school
look.
idol.
The school
Like-
idol, that's what
Yeah.
it was, yeah. And basically that she has probably a lot more of the family disappointment angle going on for her
Right.
because she's in the end class.
Yeah. And I definitely
Yeah.
it's one of those things where I would like to see more of that at some point where because anytime we get into the family life of these students,
Yeah.
because they have this horrible situation at school, I would really like to see how the parents handle it or don't handle it or whatever, since Korosensei is kind of that parent figure for a lot of them right now.
Sure. He's someone that they're not super close to, but there's a lot of potential for that there because of how much Korosensei does care about them
Exactly.
as individuals. And we got to see that on a collective scale with regards to how Korosensei set up this trip to be something that would be beneficial for all of them.
The
But also
dictionary of
just-
a guidebook.
Yeah, the guidebook that they'll probably never use again after the next episode.
No.
And yet,
Other
like,
than maybe in self-defense.
yeah, and yet those things aren't getting like burned or anything. So
No.
you guys realize that at some point, if this world has any like future, is that these will be like put up in their libraries when they're like older
The
and
annals
stuff.
of things that the
Right.
Korosensei,
Well, just imagine having to explain that to your kid. They're
Yeah.
like, oh, this guidebook to surviving a school trip and performing assassin. Wait, what is this?
Hold on.
Yeah, hold on.
Well,
it's a
son.
big
Yeah.
red book with like over like 1,500 pages.
Yep.
Easily.
Why are some of these checked off? Wait, dealing with an abduction? Like, hold on.
To be fair, they probably just referenced them and didn't actually
yeah.
write anything in them.
Yep.
But you know what's probably also going to happen at some point is Karasuma is just like, yoink, I'm going to take one of those and send that to the
Sure.
people in the thing.
To be psychologically analyzed.
analyzed.
Yeah.
And there's some poor, like, just
But
you know.
there's 1,800 pages,
Yeah.
sir.
And they just have to read it.
all of it, and I want a detailed report. on
Next
my
week.
desk by next week.
No. Give me the Count of Monte Cristo, like anything else, please. Something actually entertaining. And then by the end of it, they're like, "This is beautiful." He did this for his students, the ones that he's teaching, but also like the threatening with world level extinction event. You know, like
I can't believe the teacher remembered their birthday. He really does care.
yes.
Like,
oh my God. So we got also some stalker other school bullies that were like really freaking me out a second.
Yeah.
Because one of them stalked Kanzaki.
right.
So one, let's put this into a little bit of perspective here. Kanzaki's what? Like,
Well, junior high, so
yeah, so that would have been
What,
like
14
when she
is
was
the
like
oldest?
12 or something?
Or 13.
Or 13?
yeah,
Jesus,
or
dude.
third year junior high. So I believe that would be 14 right now, which would mean it would have been 13.
Yeah.
the year before.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was,
like and
creepy, dude.
and it was kind of pushing it a bit too far for me, but
But then the
because
things he was saying were also like slightly like
some of it just
weird.
I didn't even get like
Right.
what was he
it's-
getting?
I think the point is that he's actually like 16 or 17, right?
right, because
And
they're
he's
in
like,
high school.
I'm a lecherous, like, creepy dude.
Yeah.
And then he says things, and you're just like, you're not getting. You were saying creepy things, and now you're just saying laughably weird things.
Like it's like his own identity had been so wrapped up in the idea of being that sort of like punk creepy guy.
Down with the elites and stuff.
Right,
you guys
exactly.
looking down on me. That'll teach you to mess with us.
Yeah.
I'm like, you guys came and targeted us.
Like there was almost the point where I was thinking, is the point of this episode that it's also going to be Korosensei giving those kids a talk, and then it'll be sort of like he'll be teaching them more than teaching the students, and then the students will see where they could end up and how dangerous that kind of stuff that the upper people in the school are doing to them could be, if not for Korosensei or something like that.
Possibly.
But
I think that would be too Iroh focused, and that would be too individual focused, because there's like, what, 12 or 13 of them? Or I don't remember how many of them there were.
There were a
There's
lot.
not enough time to give them all a little lesson of Onizuka style, where he like specifically calls out individual ones.
ropes
They're just
them
like,
all up and dunks them in the river,
Right. So in this case here, we get Korosensei just kind of showing off and having a lot of fun with it, but also teaching specifically our kids that no, like, this is something that, you know, you can look out for. You can have. Sorry, I'm trying to get the point. What I was trying to say, but basically, you can rely not only just on each other, but you
on
can
me
rely
and,
on me. Yeah,
and that's what the difference is between you and these guys. Like, in case you were worried about that, like, oh man, like, you know, because of all the stuff they were saying of like being looked down on and all that stuff, like, what is the difference? And it's that you don't try and pull people down to your level.
Yeah. The mere name of their class is an object of discrimination, yet they never drag others down with them, quite unlike you. In the end, school and prestige mean nothing.
Yep.
The fish who swims in the right direction comes out on top. I think what Korosensei is saying is that while it would be correct to say that they come from an environment that generally has some positive aspects to it, they don't have any elite aspects about them, because they're just fish trying to swim in the right direction.
And when it comes right down to it, it's about the decisions that you make.
Right, and whether or not you're trying to drag anyone down with you, which is what you're doing. So if you're doing that, you're not actually swimming. You're just static.
You're just trying
pulling.
to drown with someone else.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Which is something that will end up just leaving you at the bottom, basically. So Korosensei is in some ways accelerating their consequences and just being like, hey, here's the natural conclusion of what you'd get from this if you succeeded anyway.
Sure.
I'm just going to make it a little bit more painful in the now, so that you might, wake up and,
He leaves one of the guidebooks behind. Study this,
But then one of the students is going to be left without one, Jacob. And that's like a souvenir at this point,
That's
No, that's
true.
the joke, is that
He made
Korosensei has a backpack. He slings it over. He's like, I thought I would need more of these. It's like, Korosensei, how many extra do you have? He's like, that's not your concern. And then he just tosses a few of them at them.
Yep.
That actually would have been really funny to see him use the books as weapons.
That
So it's him
man.
being the teacher. No. He would
book
hold
of
back.
that weight at
no,
Mach 20.
No. He's not moving at Mach 20.
No, I know.
No, that's his max speed.
Yeah,
if he moves at Mach 20, he's going to displace the matter around him.
Yes.
So, no, what I'm talking about is he would use it in the manga style as like a teacher, hitting his students with the
I'm
book.
glad he didn't do that.
I thought it would have been funny.
That would have been funny from a comedic sense,
Right.
But then, if those books had been swung with anything more than like the students,
Dude, he would course correct his own strength and accommodate for the size and mass and weight of the books.
Oh man!
Of course, he wouldn't do it with the.
I know.
Jacob, the fact that he was fighting them
I know,
he had to hold back.
No, I know.
He has that level
He's
of control.
always holding back. He's Superman in a world of glass or cardboard or paper or whatever it is,
I'm just impressed that Karma didn't try to attack Korosensei in the moment when he was distracted against the other bullies.
To
and
be
stuff,
fair,
'cause
he
that
did
would've
on
been
the way
smart.
back.
Yeah, but that's easy.
Yeah.
In some ways, that's Karma showing love to Korosensei.
Exactly.
It's his way of being like, you're all right. You're a good teacher.
He realizes that Korosensei is a meaningful touch kind of person. So, knife. There you go, right?
And Korosensei is just like, I reject your love. I reject your love. Dog, kotowaru.
No, he's more like, oh, stop it.
Yes, exactly.
But
that's fun. That's fun.
so we've still got another day, and I'm holding out for those snipers. Like it would have ruined the moment if they had just started opening fire from that big building on Korosensei.
It's an indoor thing.
No, when they were like walking out,
Oh, but they didn't set him up. We didn't even see them.
I know.
So.
They have to actually set them up because it's not just that the snipers are doing it for them. The students actually have to tell
They
the
have
snipers.
to work with the snipers.
Right, which is good because, and this is something that I think is really, really important to bring up. A lot of the assassination stuff, it's like, okay, how does that really apply? Because swinging a knife, how often is that going to be useful, right? Other than maybe just motor control and balance and things like that.
Sure.
But for setting up a sniper position, that could be a puzzle of, okay, like, you might not ever have to do this specific puzzle, hopefully, but the idea of like, all right, this is the location that we're in, right?
This is the route that Korosensei is going to take.
Yeah, exactly.
Here are some prime locations for you to set up over the course of this amount of time.
And the range of the rifles is approximately this much for accuracy and things like that.
Yep.
So what are the, you could involve math and all kinds of things into that.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of cool things you can get into it. I really feel like the government people at this point are starting to show their desperation a little bit because if you bring snipers into a public area, what kind of weapons are you using? Because
probably the BB kind of like some equivalent,
Oh, sure.
So it's like,
but
it might be.
But if it's a sniper, they have to have it be something that's a kill weapon. Korosensei would just throw up a tentacle and redirect the pellets if they were just the pellets.
So it's they would explode the tentacle, but
yes, but
so
he won't die.
Okay, some kind of like 50 cal, anti-material BB.
But then civilians, dude.
Yeah,
they're in this weird thin line
if you
of
shoot
just like,
some kind of like heavy
yeah, exactly.
Topical.
No, but the
some
thing
kind
is,
of heavy gel thing is going to cause damage. Yeah.
Exactly. So they are in a situation where they need to isolate Korosensei from a lot of general populace stuff.
Sure.
And then also use something that could actually kill him if it hit him in the right spot or something. I don't know. I just feel like this is one of those things where I'm not taking the snipers seriously at all. It's entirely a thing for whether or not the students are going to learn something that will carry over beyond this episode.
Right. Yep. One of the things I was kind of expecting Korosensei to bring up at some point is, and the fact that he didn't is fine because he's Korosensei and all that stuff, and this is the kind of show it is. But hey, just so you know, this could have been really dangerous if I wasn't here. Yes, you do know a lot of good stuff, but make sure that you also take care of yourself and things like that, or whatever. I don't know. Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes it's the right call to be Okuda and hide. Because you don't know what to do. Also, this is another thing they're setting up here, which is rather cool. The fact that we saw Sugino again, we saw Okuda again, and all these, these students are in a crew of 6 here.
Right.
We get to see what skills each of them have in this specific instance. Okuda is quiet.
Sure.
So she very quickly gets out of dodge and hides.
Yep.
That's wonderful. Nagisa is a little bit slow on the uptake of acting in a specific way, and ends up bumbling into Sugino. Karma, lone wolf, is like, oh, fighting? This is wonderful.
Yeah.
You know, clocks the two of them, like, does pretty well,
Yeah.
but, you know, overwhelming numbers. Sorry, Karma, you need to work with people.
Yeah.
Then the numbers problem doesn't, you know, end up being a weakness. And then, if anything, you have the tank, Kanzuki, who taunts all, you know, enemies in AoE radius so that everyone, you know, is looking her way.
She just starts, like, I don't know, busting out into song or something.
I mean,
I don't know. I
work.
don't think
Who knows?
we established actually whether she can sing or not, just that she was the idol of
she's
school.
the idol of school.
But
It's probably more of a thing of that she's the most popular
Right.
and the most probably
not
attractive.
not like the musical idol, you know.
Right,
like,
right.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she's got a lot of like things going for her.
Right,
The others
which-
just kind of look up to her and respect her or are
Right.
you know, attracted to her.
Which does make it interesting that she is in the end class, you know. Yeah. So the fact that
Yeah.
they brought that up of sort of the pressure of
Do you-
expectation and whatnot.
Yeah, do you think that she's the school's idol in that?
Oh yeah, that's a
or
good
is it
point.
she
Did
the
they say
class's
was
idol?
it the school idol or the class idol? I don't know.
I will go back and look at the beginning there because that's a big difference.
yeah,
there, because
I feel like it's that like it's the
Yeah.
class president versus school president, you know.
right, that was something that was brought up as well. We got to see the class president and like the class vice president come by or something like that. She's popular. Let's see. Should we get another girl? That's the class idol.
Class
Yep,
idol.
yep,
Okay,
cool.
yep, yep.
Yeah, because that makes more sense.
A hell of a lot more sense.
Yeah. Yeah, she's got the kind of the cute long hair, kind of
Also,
you know, kind of look going.
The shape of her hair, like the cut of it, seems very similar to Kanzuki from GTO. Maybe I'm just paranoid
Kanzuki
here.
was blonde.
No, right. But like the hairstyle cut.
Oh, okay. I love the sass that they're throwing, the shade as
Sensei.
well that they're throwing at Bitch Sensei.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's really good. And then she shows up in the Hollywood style, of course, making all the other students jealous.
Gawk and whatnot.
Just like,
yeah.
oh! And then, you know,
Right, and then
Karasuma just
brings up the real point of no, an assassin also knows how to blend in.
I mean, Karasuma looks so clean.
It's like too clean.
It's
like
too clean. Yeah, exactly.
It's like I'm pretty sure you're either with the mob or like
Or the government.
Right, one of those two.
Right. So when I see
Like
the
you're
two
not
of
wearing
them,
sunglasses, but that's the
Right.
only thing that's
Right.
not
in that
direction.
respect, Karasuma needs to maybe, you know,
They could rub off on each other.
yeah, that's my hope is that. Exactly. But what I would particularly like to see is at some point we see him in dad shorts and a t-shirt.
Yes.
I want to see him like jogging and like limbering up like in the morning or what have you. And you know, she's also like someone who keeps her body, you know, fit and stuff like
definitely.
that. And they bump into each other on a run. He's just like, nope. And, like, quickly, and she's like, hey! And she like tweet, like notices his suit's gone, so she like didn't recognize him. His hair's not spiked up or something and gelled. So he's just like, oh god. And then he runs away. So I just love seeing the straight-laced guys kind of, you know,
out of their element.
Out of their element.
Yeah, that
It's a
would
lot
be
of
great.
potential there.
That would be
But,
awesome.
Y'all, it's a funny episode, setting up a little mini arc of sorts. Looking forward to more of that. So if you want to see the next episode's reaction discussion right now, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there. And all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us and the community there about this show and anime in general. And you can also talk with Jacob about the sci-fi novel that he wrote.
That's right. I wrote a sci-fi novel called Battle Lines. It does involve snipers, and if you're interested, it's on Amazon. Link in the description down below.
Yeah, so if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.